Ladies and gentlemen, Clash at the Castle has gone by, and unfortunately for me, WCW, we did not get 10,000 fans or a power card. But I have two gentlemen with me that did. I have Canada, who got a power card.
Sir.
I've got Cheek, who got a power card.
Yay, let's go. NXT, NXT.
And Armando didn't get a power card, lost a big chunk of his lead, but he still is holding first. One quick note we wanted to make before we hop into this episode. So I've double-checked to confirm it. I was a little suspicious of it and can now confirm for sure, so I wanted to say something in the video. If you make a custom roster, which we do for our side, that way we can change up and have like NWO Hogan instead of 80s Hogan. We can change up and have, last year we had 94 Shawn Michaels. This year we did 2005 Shawn Michaels, or 2008, whatever year they mark him in the game. However, if you do a custom roster, the GMs are not in the roster. They didn't appear for me when I was editing the roster, but I didn't think anything of it. So if you do a custom roster, obviously in our case, Xavier Woods and Sonya Deville, we picked them as GM, so they wouldn't have been in. However, if you just run with the default roster, don't touch anything, if you don't select a GM, then they can be involved. So for our case, the biggest name here that will not pop up for us is CM Punk. So just as a notice there, that was why CM Punk wasn't in the draft, and he will not appear in any future drafts unless 2K makes some sort of adjustment or patch where a custom roster allows those people to be in, because once you start a save, you can't edit the roster. So since the save has begun literally a night or two ago, I unlocked 2010 CM Punk, but I can't put that into our mode because he is default to be inactive. So unfortunate break there for some of the stuff, but that's how the cookie crumbles. So as we dive in, I go first again because random just makes me always start episode going first. And double checking our promises here. We've promised Seth Rollins 2 weeks of rest. We've promised Grayson Waller that he'll fight Johnny Gargano either this week or next week. And then we promised Demon Finn to get the next shot at the world title, which I think we're going to be doing tonight. As a refresher on our shakeup card, ooh, I was really torn on what to do with this. So we had 15 popularity to our men's and women's world champions, but it marked 5 shows remaining. So in the moment, I was going back and forth on, is it going to stay? Is it going to decrease? At the buzzer, I felt like it just meant I was going to get 15 popularity. And then when the next pay-per-view ends, which is Money in the Bank, I was just going to lose the 15 pop. So I didn't do that. So then I was between the power card I took, tag team callouts. I get an additional 3 stamina for those doing the call out. The other one was I could bench a champion for 3 weeks, and then the match quality goes up for everyone else. I didn't want to bench Roman. I didn't want to bench Rhea. Chad Gable, I didn't want to bench because he has a feud with Seth Rollins, who I've already promised rest to. Johnny Gargano made sense due to his stamina, but I had just made a promise to Grayson Waller to get a fight him, so I didn't want to do him. Looking back, I could have done Liv or Raquel, possibly to rest for a few weeks, and then, you know, kind of the women's tag scene like slows up for a second since I had closed that feud. But in the moment, didn't really think about it. So we did the tag callouts, and we'll see how that works. But we've got an upgrade here for Grace Waller. So while we're here, we've got basic stamina, 2 less stamina, basic morale. I'm going to go for basic morale. I am just in my head about morale so far this year. So we're going to go basic morale. That way he gets less mad when things don't go his way. Check our commissioner goal quick here, and we get a veto star if we book our least popular specialist.
You don't need to do that.
I mean, it just feels like I could potentially do that. Who's our least popular specialist? It is Pat McAfee. All right, so McAfee is getting on the card this week.
So close to Africa Slam.
It was. That's just how popular he is. I mean, Average Slam's probably going to get booked, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
So looking at my morales here, Seth is upset, but we're about to fulfill a promise for him, so hopefully that'll fix it. Tony was angry. We used a health spa. He didn't need the stamina, but we used it for the morale play. So I'm thinking if I can get Tony a win this week, because he's mad because he's losing. He's 0-4. Seth is also mad because he's losing. He's 0-5. I do have a fixed match, but I think I want to save that for dire straits. So I'm thinking if I give Tony a match, or I mean, I could use fixed match to help him. I was thinking maybe give Tony some sort of match with flip to script to try to get Tony a win here. We'll kind of see. Let's look at our power cards. Ooh, extreme. Too extreme. The other two don't really tempt me here. Yeah, I do have a fixed match I could toss on. I have a physio if I need it. Our to the moon card. We're going to start to throw the card together first, but I'm thinking Finn. So it's looking like 4 pop dropped for anybody that wasn't featured at the PLE. Because I remember Finn being at 59. So I think if I boost Finn, he and Roman can give me just like a dynamite main event scene in the coming weeks. And just, you know, build that curve while we get the other talent rolling. So we're going to toss this on Finn. He's going to go to the moon, and we're going to have him go to the moon tonight. So we'll put this on first. Roman and Finn title match. That'll launch Finn up. 15 pop. If he wins the belt, Roman is going to drop to 59 on his side. Right now he's got a nice popularity. But then Finn has been elevated all the way up to 80. So I think we're in a good spot there. Okay, let's do... So tag team call out. I'm thinking we get a new setup here for DIY. Obviously, Johnny Gargano going to need some rest. I could also do his promise this week and use pre-match physio. So could pivot here potentially. But we're going to have them call out the Creed brothers after Julius Creed ran in on their cage match at Clash of the Castle. I don't want to have Tony fight The Undertaker this week, so I'm going to have Undertaker call out Tony. We have the seasonal challenges for tag callouts and normal callouts. Let's get McAfee on the card so I don't forget. And I think we have him take on Brutus Creed of the Creed brothers. Because Julius he's smiling with teeth. He's vibing, dude. So we can do this. If Brutus wins, he goes up. If Pat wins, cool. That takes care of our commissioner goal. And then... So I'm thinking like this. Since I'm going to use a fixed match, I could lift 2 people with it. So I have Tony team up with Abracaslam against Flip to Script. And then the question is, who do I put with Flip and give a loss to? And I think I've got to do Gable on the off chance this triggers a tag feud. Because I'm going to be trying to do the call out. I want DIY versus Creed brothers, so doing Julius Creed could risk that. And a member of A-Town Down Under could be tossed in here potentially. But we're going to do Chad Gable. He's been doing well. So Chad Gable is going to team up with Flip to Script tonight to take on Tony and Abracaslam. Bang. And then we are going to use fixed match. That'll hopefully heal Tony's mental state for good. Or at least till the next time I piss him off somehow when he starts losing. And Abracaslam's going to get a win tonight, so good for him.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so what do we got left here talent-wise? So Seth can't book. So on the men's side, we got Julius Creed, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. So let's get our ladies cooking up here. I'm thinking... women's title match, and Rhea's at 44, so she could fight this week, be out next week. But I'm thinking we do another multi-person here to try to get another feud going. Okay, so I'm looking here. I'm thinking I could go Dakota and Liv. Where the hell did Liv go? There, she literally had her highlighted. So I go like this. Ooh, okay. They maybe fixed my OCD thing with where the title is. Maybe. Or I got lucky. Then
it is on Roman too, so.
Then that leaves us with Raquel, Roxanne, Cora, Kailani Jordan. We have our run-in challenge as well. We've done 3 of the 10. So I'm thinking Cora, Raquel, Kailani. And then if Kalani Jordan and Raquel Rodriguez trigger a feud, that's Giant Cruiser. Then we go run-in Cora to Roxanne, which could potentially move their feud up a level and take that challenge. And then this also should, in theory, be one of the 5 towards this, because we've got a one-on-one, we've got a triple threat, fatal 4-way, and a tag team. So that leaves me with these 4 gentlemen. Rollins is on rest, so let's do Charity with, I mean, they're all 3. I'm trying to think. I think we go Charity with Austin Theory. And then we go advertising with Julius Creed of the Creed Brothers. And Grace Waller will be off the show, but next week he's going to fight Johnny Gargano and get his promise. So we'll be good with that. We've got a physio for Gargano next week, so we can do that match because he won't be at 40 yet. He'll get 6 for cutting a promo plus the 3 due to the shakeup, so he'll only be at 33. I think this is our curve too. We've got the interference happening. Just for story's sake, we're gonna have the tag happen after the Undertaker call out. And yeah, I think that's what we're gonna rock here. So next week, Grace Waller gets his promise. Seth sits out 1 more week. Finn's promise is complete. We get our commissioner goal. We're good there. We've got the monies, so we're gonna grab the 2 Extreme card to potentially boost a future show. The rehab tempts me a little bit. It's only 1 week though, so I think I'm gonna hold. But if that was like a 2-week one or a 3-week one, I think I would grab that as well. I don't have anything we're gonna use currently, so we maybe add tables here, leave that, and send it in.
Ooh, we're going to Raw, baby. Tamina has a small request. Notice that Bliss keeps giving her the side eye. That's actually quite amazing because I literally want them in a rivalry. So an instant rivalry sounds great. You can fight her this week. That's exactly what I wanted. Wow, Tamina knows what's up.
That's why she's Tamina God.
And Drew McIntyre says, Priest cheated me in the last match. I want a rematch in the next 2 weeks. See, this is tough because Drew McIntyre just, if they can't pop a rivalry, it's going to be stale between the two. I might have to tell him no. To be honest with you, he's got bigger fish to fry. So sorry, Drew, that's not my plans. Why are you protecting Damian? No.
Wow, protecting again.
No. If that was Kevin Owens, I'd understand you guys. Your accusations against me, but I am not protecting Damian Priest. We just have. Oh shit, baby. True. Okay, hold on. Select a shakeup, leading the pack. Select a female or male superstar to gain 10 popularity whenever superstars who share the gender gain popularity is increased by 20%. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yes.
Wild card is using 1 specialist in a match increases its quality. Cheek had this in 2K24 and it was pretty dang good. And Rope-a-Dope using a fighter increases the match quality. So I kind of got the 2 same cards here in either specialist or fighter. I'm going to view my roster real quick. I think I have more fighters than specialist. Cheek's the specialist guy, not me.
Yes, sir.
What do we got here for terms of fighters? I got a lot of bruisers. I wish one was a bruiser. That'd be amazing.
Ooh,
Only
Hail
got
Mary
4 fighters.
specialist.
Yeah, I only got 4 fighters and 2 specialists. So you think I'm gonna go with leading the pack? I'm gonna take
the pack and gets the boost though.
Let's take a quick gander at popularity. I also think. No, I don't. I think Dawkins just got a popularity boost for winning the match. It wasn't anything insane, but it should be him. But I think I'm gonna give it to. I don't want to give it to Kevin Owens, but I kind of do because he only has 57 there, and he's going to be in a feud with somebody. So I'm between Obafemi and Kevin Owens. Either get Oba up to 60, but then he's gonna surpass Kevin. But you know what? That's kind of works for our Intercontinental Champion. I think our Intercontinental Champion deserves at least 60 popularity. So I'm going to go ahead and boost
No.
Obafemi.
Ooh.
Okay, let's go check our everything we got. 100 grand. Can't afford that right now.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Literally.
Widowy can afford.
Oh, Castle Ray, there it
Literally.
is.
There
Use
is.
it now. Pop it, pop it, pop it.
That's going to be interesting. Bad timing. We can hit Cody or Cheek with bad timing,
No.
but I don't think we will this week. We gotta be
Wait.
very careful at when we attack. You know what I mean? So
You can
Let's
use it
just-
on AI Mondo.
He probably
Yeah,
doesn't have
Armando.
any. He signed Baron
okay.
Corbin in free agency, but he signed him for the full year, so he doesn't have any temp contracts. currently.
right.
What a loser.
You're a
for
loser.
this- loser. You're a loser.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
For this, we're gonna go over the rematch of week 4, I believe. We're on week 6 now. Nia Jax going back for her championship. I think we need who's got Stams. Red Flame and Javon Evans, of course, they're doing their thing. I think I'm gonna put them in a match. Of course, Tamina wants to face Alexa Bliss. That is perfect. We are gonna get them in a match. I think what I wanted to do. Now we've had some call outs that Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson are tag team in real life, but in the draft, one was a heel, one was a face. So just be patient, okay? Be patient.
And it's funny too, because as you were drafting, Ken and I talked about this. I was like, in my head, I'm like, I think they're metaphor. Why are they split differently? And it made me question everything. So I didn't want to be loudly wrong. So I was like,
Right.
I might have that mixed up.
I'm just gonna not say anything.
Yeah, I was like, oh. And then my silence was wrong.
That happens sometimes. I think we're gonna do Omos versus Channing Stacks, baby. I think that's pretty good. And then for our promies, I think we're gonna do a class change. Oh shit, he changes to a giant. That's not helpful. Class change. He changes to a fighter. That will work. And then Kevin Owens will call out Drew McIntyre. And then I think what I want to do I want a self promi or no, we need call outs. We're going to do the Simone Werewolves versus or calling out Street Profits because Angelo Dawkins, man, he put on quite a show at the PLE. Go watch it. And speaking of Street Profits, Montez Ford is going to call out Solo Sikoa. Do I want to put any stips on any of this? That's a level 2 feud. I think I got the curve great. Like, I think I'm good. So I'm not going to put any stippies on. We're going to save our cash dollar bills. Now, the one thing I kind of almost wanted to do, considering Cheek is booking next.
What are you worried about me for?
I'm just, you have a secret card. So I almost want to just sign someone. Oh my God, Nick knows that.
There you go. Sign Nikki.
There it is. Cheek
Only
will
if you
take them
steal
for
them.
you.
Dude,
Only
go
if
off
you
the
steal
deep
'em.
end.
Yeah, I'm so worried because I want to make a signing. I have somebody specific in mind. So
Go
I kind of
ahead.
want to do a little red herring and sign a little nobody. Little.
Lurch Evans.
Well, let's just see who's here.
Oh.
So Kane would be 25,000 and pretty much guaranteed that Cheek steals Kane from me. But then I'd have open reign to get who I want. I don't know if it's worth it because I don't know if he's going to steal if it's just a waste of 25 grand and then Cheek still has his card. I don't know.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I did. We wasted 15 grand, but I'm
really after Maurice.
Maurice.
I think I'm going to have to just sit on it. I don't think Kane it's got to be Kane. I know that.
Go ahead, do another search.
No, we're just going to leave it for now.
Wow.
It's fine. We just had to look.
Wow. Okay.
I wanted to see if I found my guy that popped up, and he didn't. So I was like, all right.
Speaking of my guy, Triple H here. He has some suggestions. He says the next 5 weeks, any solo contest between those two, which would be Howdy and Braun Breaker, including in triple threat and fatal four-way matches, will receive a popularity boost. Up to you to decide whether or not that fits your plans. Dang. So people really liked Braun Breaker, and they wanted to see. And then look at this. He wants another fight against the Fiend. So I think that not only helps Braun Breaker's morale, but we have another angle that we can work that will give us a popularity boost in our matches. So cool. So good start to the show here. But Uncle Howdy wants to take some personal time. He wants 2 weeks off. He's at 54 stamina. That kind of hinders my plans, but I think we got to give it to him. I think we just need to keep him really happy. It allows him to get some stamina, more stamina build up, and I think there's things we could do to work him into shows without.
I won't forget it.
And he's smiling with teeth.
With teeth, baby.
That's big.
Let's go. And then, your show really topped the charts. How'd you manage to pull that off? By not being a jackass, Armando.
Facts.
You know, I'm just gonna be humble. Listen to my stars, and I spend my cash wisely.
There you go.
Words to live by. All right.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. All right. So PR training. All of my female superstars get +3 promo skill for the next. Wow. Center of attention. Superstars in the main event get 3 additional ring XP. That's pretty dope. And Pride and the Fall. Your most popular male and female superstars lose 35 pop, and your least popular each gain 50.
Now, I don't know if this is different than last year. Last year, that card was, I think, 2 random lose 35 and 5 random gained like 30 or something like that. So they changed. This one's changed up just a bit, it seems.
Yeah. So that means Shantae and EO would be down in the dumps. And then Disco Bell and
you gotta take that.
Oh, buddy.
There's the card.
Stop it. Even with gaining 50,
That's
well,
80.
she's still right at 69, and he's at 80. So
Matador.
It would technically be a collective gain, but it's if that's the game you want.
But EO's my women's champ, and that's insane. I don't think Pride and Fall's worth it. It's fun, but I can't. Superstars in the main event, they gain 3 ring XP. That's pretty cool. But I think just for a short term, getting 3 promo skill for the ladies side of things might be pretty beneficial. So I think I'm gonna be tough.
Shakeups are
That's
tough.
tough.
Shakeups are
Yeah,
tough.
Yeah, they are real tough.
Either way, they have their benefits, but I'd probably get more use out of females cutting good promos than superstars in the main event getting just 3. So we're gonna go here, and then we are going to go ahead and start booking. So if Chelsea Green just fights this week, we get 10 scout points, which pretty clutch if you don't mind me saying. And then Uncle Howdy and Braun Breaker receive a popularity boost as long as they're just in matches together. But I did just give Uncle Howdy a break, so I'm not going to get a ton of run out of this, but we will work him in once he comes back from his 2-week hiatus. So, and then all we have to do here, Braun Breaker just wants to fight Bray again. I don't really want to get too carried away in that because they just got out of a feud. But if we can fatal 4-way something here, you know, you got Fiend, you got Bronski Beat, and then we can factor in some others here. We can factor in a little.
Oh. Triton's big house.
Stop it, Troy. Just declare.
Don't do the clear.
Oh, he's busy. Look at that. I literally can't even book him. I can't even break the promise. Be like, actually, I need you. I think maybe having an Uso in here. Oh man, feed Bray Wyatt. His stamina's gas. We're gonna scrap this idea for this week. Let's get Braun's at 50 stamina, and this man, he needs somebody. He needs a fighter. Gosh. A triple threat. No. This stinks. I don't want to have him go against Bray again. We're going to have... I might just table Braun for a week. This booking is abysmal right now. We're going to have... We're going to have... All right, we're going to get down to business. I just have... Everyone I want to put in a match is just gassed. So we're going to have Jimmy Uso in a match because he's got good stams. And then I think what we're going to do... We're going to put... Dragon Lee in a match with him. And we're going to put Matador in one. We're going to have... I think Tiffy Time needs her shot. Tiffy Time is looking for that next opportunity. I think she's going to get one. Against Sol Ruka. I think we're gonna go this route. Battle of the Blondes. And then we're gonna have Triton and Axiom. No, one of them's gonna turn. One of them's gonna turn. Spoiler alert. And then Chelsea Green, Blair Davenport. Chelsea has to be in a match this week, so that's an easy gimme. Jeez, we still got 2 matches to book. This is insane. And then Eric Rowan's fighting this week.
Help.
He's gonna need some.
Ooh. Trippy threat?
Triple threat.
Yeah.
Pretty deadly. And then we like that. That's a decent. And then I think we need...
Disco Bell.
Honestly, I'm gonna put finishing that on hold. Let me get some things popping here. Hold on.
Disco Bell about to fight Io
Sounds
Sky
like you
for
need
that
to
women's
steal
title.
Sounds like you need to steal a superstar from someone.
Dude.
I don't know.
Stop it! I need some fast changes. Let me work. All right, I think we're gonna have Jay. Jay's gonna flip heel.
That's class change, not
Or,
roll.
whoops, sorry. Yeah. Good call. Thank you. Got carried away. I just saw a change and I wanted to.
God dang.
We all want change sometimes, you know?
And then we need another roll change. So I think it's time.
Who goes naughty?
Triton flips heel. Yeah, that's big.
No, not as big
Literally.
ass.
There you go. And then I think we need a call out because we need something to pop. And Io Sky, I think it's time she finally gets called out by Asuka.
Other way around.
Whatever. Let me book. And then I like what Jade Cargill's been doing. I think. Yeah. Do we want monies? I think I want to get some fans. I think Jade's gonna get us the fans we need. And I gotta take advantage of my shakeup, so hopefully something here happens. I need the rule changes for these rivalries. And I think, and then at some point one of them's gotta flip. So we're just a lot's going on here. But before I get too deep in the weeds with booking my final match, do I want to upgrade anything logistics wise?
Dr.
Yo.
Punching Stone.
Oh no, I want him.
Dr. Punching Stone.
No.
Oh,
Damn it. I get Nick Nosedive in my thing.
that's a great get.
No.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna book him longer.
You're insane.
$10,000. I'll spend $10,000 on the Punching Stone.
Damn it.
And I also like Chuck McWagon.
Yeah, he's classic.
He's classic. I just need some bodies.
Okay, he's good. Yeah, if he's heel, he's got to be McSwaggin, but he's face, so.
He is face. All right,
Okay.
so let's see. I don't really want any cards. Do I want to use? Do I want to use a card?
Uh-oh, he's scouting.
Where's?
Y? Go to brand rosters and hit Y if you're wanting to look at the other brands.
Gosh, this is insane.
They'll just cycle through them.
Yeah. La Concreta Loca.
Popularity. Gosh, what is this roster? It sucks.
Right? Get out of here. There you go.
ECW. I mean, Luke Gallows, man. But he's a title holder, so I gotta wait till he loses if I want him.
Sure.
Shinsuke,
Oh,
though,
yeah,
level
true.
20, I could just yoink skis, bro. It's interesting, but I might wait to see if he makes a move. And then
I had a
W.
question about this because in the GM assistant, I think it might be bugged because look, it says Rhea Ripley's 15,000 for 8 weeks. You have her for the whole season, so I don't know why it says that. Same with Gargano, same with Gable. You drafted all these guys, so I don't know why they have a week.
Yeah, the
thing on
contracts are just they're not
They're
all
bugged, I
correct
think.
on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like as you sort, it gets twisted, or it probably just locks in like where Cheek's contracts were in the similar slot.
Mhm. Right.
Interesting. All right.
Demon Finn Balor is pretty cool.
All right, so I think that's that. I don't think I'm going to really do anything yet, but I did sign a couple bodies, which is going to help me book this god-awful show. Let's see. Punching Stone. And Chucksters. I think they're just going to get a throwaway match. Oh, man. This is a doo-doo card.
Okay.
What?
You're in second. You got
Stop it.
you can afford a doo-doo.
Not much, though. I'm just trying to see how this is going to shake out. Because that's a level 2. But they're not quite. They're both heal.
Mm-hmm.
I think this with a stipulation can get me over the top. I hope. I just want a proper curve. And then now I do have a little bit of monies left. And I do, real quick, I just want to do the Braun Breaker perk. I wasn't forgetting about that, people. All right. So Superstar's chance of injury is reduced by 10%, which could be pretty clutch with what we're doing. Or gain 1 random power card at the start of every season while he's on a roster. Also very good.
One of the rare times where basic power card's actually tempting, because I assume Braun Breaker will have a chance at being a keeper.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of, but
Yeah.
that could be anything. It could just be pocket sand and blind somebody for a week. So it could be a dud. So I think I'm going to take the more sure thing and reduce his chance of injury by 10%, which is something I think everyone in the CodyVerse can appreciate. So there we go. So we got that out of the way. I think I am going to upgrade. Do So I want to get falls count anywhere in last man standing, or submission and tornado tag. I think I'm going to go ahead and do email campaign and upgrade here. There we go.
Nice.
So we made a nice little upgrade there. We did the best with what we could for this card, as Uncle Howdy had to take 2 weeks off. So we're doing the best we can, and we're going to get an I Know a Guy card. So there we go. There's your shells. Ugh.
All right, WCW kicks it off, and Rhea Ripley, a few weeks back on WCW, defended her title in Fatal 4-Way action. And this week, she got kind of pushed into it again because she was hearing the rumblings. She was part of the women's steel cage match at Clash at the Castle. She wasn't involved in the decision, but a lot of members of the roster felt like she held WCW down, so she threw the open challenge again. The first 3 female superstars to get to the ring will get a shot at the title. And as she said this, Tatum Paxley snuck up behind her to claim her spot. They have their rivalry. And then backstage, we see the respective teams of Liv and Raquel, Dakota, and Kailani Jordan having conversations. And they both come to agreements. And Dakota Kai and Liv Morgan choose to make their way out to the ring. So the open challenge goes on, and Dakota Kai is able to stun everybody. Rhea Ripley looks like she's got Liv Morgan in trouble, but Tatum Paxley just provides enough distraction. And Dakota Kai able to sneak in, scoop up Liv Morgan, take advantage, and get the victory. And Dakota grabs the belt, tears in her eyes, and she says, "I wanted to tell a carpentry joke, but I couldn't find any that would work." In the crowd, some moan, some groan, some laugh and cheer, but Dakota Kai, one half of the Punishers, shout outs Korza, gets the women's championship around her waist. Tatum Paxley, Rhea Ripley go up to level 2. Dakota Kai and Liv Morgan starting a fresh singles feud. DIY comes out to the ring with their tag team titles. At Clash of the Castle, they defended inside a steel cage match, and while they won the match, Julius Creed of the Creed Brothers came down and caused a little bit of a distraction. Ciampa and Gargano, they've made it clear that they're ready to take on any and all challengers. American made, the Creed Brothers, you gentlemen, if you wanted a title match, you didn't have to try to interfere. All you had to do was ask. The unfortunate side for you is we still won the match, so rather than get a fight A-Town Down Under, if you want the gold, you got to go through us as their feud begins. But then Sonya Deville is backstage and says, "Hey, Kalani Jordan, Raquel Rodriguez, I respect that you two were so cordial in allowing your partners to go out to the ring. So I'm going to let you two have a match tonight as well. And we're going to put Roxanne Perez in there for a triple threat match. Since Roxanne won in her hometown recently of Laredo, Texas, she can fight in this match. So a triple threat is underway. And while it's going on, Cora Jade, feeling frustration that she was not involved in the match, actually runs out and trips up Roxanne Perez as she's trying to hit pop rocks on Kalani Jordan. And in the kerfuffle, in the chaos, Kalani Jordan able to pin Roxanne Perez. No new rivalry for Kalani and Raquel, which is a bummer. More surprise, though, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez do not elevate there. So 1.5 stars on that match, but we do knock out another one of our run-ins. Then The Undertaker comes out to the ring, and he takes his tie and he kind of tightens it a little bit, which, you know, I mean, damn, that thing could choke him if he's not careful. And he says, "Tony, I know that you fear the dead. I know, Tony D'Angelo, that you're a mobster that is cowardly deep down. A man in your such position running a family should have no fear of what comes for every single one of us. But I saw fear in your eyes the last time you stepped into the ring with The Undertaker. And the next time, Tony, it's going to be the same thing once again. And you will rest in peace. And then the camera shows backstage. Tony is spooked. He's terrified. And he's looking at his phone and he's like, come on, man, come on, call me back. And he's trying to figure out what to do. And he looks up and he says, oh, thank God. All right, you got my messages. And in walks Abracaslam.
Ooh.
And Tony says, hey, I seen you did some magic tricks, huh? You got some cool little things up your sleeves there. And he tries to reach up his sleeves and Abracaslam pushes him away. It says, no, no, no. A magician never reveals his tricks. And Tony says, look, I don't need to know the secrets. And he looks around, making sure no one else can hear, but it's on television, so the audience gets to hear it anyway. One of those moments, and he leans in and he says, but my question is, do you know how to make a body disappear? And Abracaslam has a smile come across his face, and Tony smiles back as they slowly shut the door and continue conversation. Back from commercial break. The team of Tony and Abracaslam, they're going up against Flip the Script in the United States champion Chad Gable. And, of course, we used a fixed match here. And Tony D'Angelo and Abracaslam are able to get the win as Chad Gable just grew in frustration. Every time Flip the Script tried to hit a move, he would look at Chad and go, what's my line? And Chad Gable's like, just do a move. And Flip's like, yeah, but what move? He's like, I don't know. You're an actor. Do whatever. And Flip just couldn't figure it out. Chad Gable got pissed and stormed off. Tony and Abra get a 1.5 star victory. And then Austin Theory back out to the ring and says, no worries about what happened to me at Clash at the Castle. Even though Grayson accidentally threw me into the cage and lawn darted me trying to hit Gargano and Ciampa, we made it through. Unfortunately, Grace Waller, he tweaked his knee a little bit, but he's going to be here next week. And ladies and gentlemen, you want to tune into WCW because he is going to be fighting one-on-one with Johnny Gargano. DIY may think they're able to move on to the Creed Brothers, but they still have unfinished business here. So if you're excited for that, make sure you tune in and become a fan of WCW. He gets us 4,500 in the process. And then Pat McAfee, Sony got an email that he needs to be in the ring tonight. He's been struggling, and he and Seth Rollins had issues with the Creed Brothers in the past, so he's going to take on Brutus Creed here tonight. And Brutus Creed hits that Brutus ball from the top, knocking Pat McAfee down and out. And it's another win for Brutus Creed, and he is just laughing at Pat McAfee, letting him know to leave. Just leave the wrestling world. You are not built for this. Go back to punting footballs. Go back to commentary. Go back to your little radio show or whatever it is you do. You do not belong here with me. And Pat McAfee, even though he was down on the mat, hurt and just in so much pain, he looked at Brutus Creed while he laid there and went, and he spit right in the face of Brutus Creed, who snapped and unleashed an assault. But a defiant Pat McAfee has started a feud with Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers. And then the other half of the Creed Brothers came out and said, I need money. We need money. Because I'm going to need to take Brutus Creed to the hospital. Because he's got the nasty saliva of that schmuck Pat McAfee on his cheek. So if you could help us, please. The Creed Brothers need to be at their peak performance to take down DIY and whatever challenges may come our way. And he gets us $8,500 at the expense of 3 popularity. And then the main event, Roman has dominated this feud. But there's rumors in the bag. People are talking that the Rocket might be getting strapped to Finn Balor after this match. He's asked for a rematch with Roman. He's asked for a rematch for his title. Is tonight finally the night he can put Roman Reigns to a table? Can he finally strike fear? Hell no! Because Roman Reigns is greatness on a different level mode. Roman continues his sheer dominance over the Demon, putting him through a table like he did weeks ago in a 4-star main event. And after the match, Roman grabs the mic and says, Roman Reigns has no fear. Roman Reigns experiences no fear. The demon is too busy trying to figure out how to get in my head versus realizing that this head is impenetrable because I'm Samoan and our heads can't be hit. That's just how it works in wrestling. So Finn, you better get back to your drawing board. You better go back to your cave or whatever demonic hellspin you came from, because Roman Reigns is your world champion now and forever.
Roman Reigns. Moving over to Raw, we are opening up with Channing Stacks Lorenzo versus Omos. Channing Stacks Lorenzo has been looking for Omos, looking to reclaim something personal, that big duffel bag full of money. So Channing Stacks comes out to the ring first. He's pacing around. Then Omos steps onto the stage, dragging that same duffel bag full of cash behind him. Omos lifts the bag and dumps it at ringside. Stacks sees this and he doesn't wait. He charges as soon as Omos enters the ring. The bell hasn't even rung yet, but the ref quickly rings it. So Stacks comes out swinging, wild punches, trying to chop down Omos, but Omos ragdolls Stacks, pressing him overhead out of the ring. But as Omos soaks in the crowd, Stacks grabs a handful of money and throws it into Omos's face. And so Stacks slides back into the ring, tries to roll up Omos, but the giant picks up Stacks and just power bombs him 3 times. Easy 1, 2, 3. The big man scoops up the money back into the duffel bag and walks to the back. And here we go. We see Drew McIntyre in the back just slowly taping up his wrists. That obviously means he's a fighter now, because when you have taped wrists, you're a fighter. So both Jakara Jackson and Lash Legends have spent the past few weeks trying to prove who's the real star of this division, but both have the egos the size of Omos. What neither of them realize, they might be better as partners than enemies, but we're not there yet. I said, calm down, just wait, because tonight they fight. And big women energy wins the day. Lash Legend overpowers Jakara Jackson, and from the look on her face, Jakara is not happy about it, but maybe this is the beginning of Jakara realizing Lash isn't her rival. They might actually be perfect partners. So we're going to pretend that, I know this is a call-up, but sometimes we swap the roles. This is Drew McIntyre actually coming down to the ring. He doesn't pose. He doesn't talk to the crowd. He marches straight to Angela, lodged in the ringside mat, and he points at it, grabs a mic and says, Kevin Owens, get out here right bloody now. And Kevin Owens' music hits. He saunters down to Angela. Drew gestures at the sword. No words, just demands. So Kevin Owens pulls, grips the handle. Nothing. He tries again. Nothing. Drew bursts out laughing. He leans on the steps. He can't even stand upright. He says, I thought you were a fighter, Kev. Look at ye. You can't even budget. We men couldn't even pull a bloody tooth, let alone Angela. And the crowd picks up on it, chanting, you can't pull it. You can't pull it. So Kevin Owens snaps and he shoves Drew McIntyre. Drew fires a shove back, but Nick Aldis, he comes out and he breaks this one up before it goes too far. These two will have a match soon because that's a level 1 rivalry. Speaking of level 1 rivalries, Tamina demanded this match because there's only one person that she wants to go after. It was a side eye that Alexa Bliss gave Tamina walking in because Tamina got embarrassed in the women's tag division, losing it to Lash and Hail Mary. And then she tapped out to Asuka at Clash of the Castle. So Tamina is done being a joke. And unfortunately for Alexa, she's one of the easiest targets in the room. And Tamina knocks Alexa Bliss into next week. She tries to weasel her way out of it, but Tamina was having none of it. A massive Samoan drop, a massive splash from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. And Alexa Bliss thought she could be the queen of escaping, but not tonight. Tamina, she's not one to play with. Now, the Samoan Werewolves, I'm calling them Samoan Werewolves, obviously, because of Fatu. If you guys got a better team name than Samoan Werewolves, I'll hear it. But tonight, they're standing in the backstage area. The tag champions rest on their shoulders. Solo Sikoa steps forward and says, Dawkins, you think you did something? You think winning a little TLC match makes you a threat? You think that makes you a warrior? Nah, that match didn't mean nothing. You want to prove something? Prove it against us. Solo slaps his championship. He says, we don't need ladders, chairs, or tables to do what we do. Samoan werewolves, we are the weapons. Jacob Fatu suddenly bursts forward. He grabs Solo's shoulder, shaking him violently. He says, I love you, Solo! And Solo doesn't even react. He just nods. This is purely normal for him.
Quick question there. So that
Yeah.
shirt Angelo Dawkins had, if Cheek and I were the Street Profits, which one of us is Montez and which one is Dawkins on that shirt?
You're definitely Dawkins.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. So the Red Flame, these two have been going back and forth for a few weeks. It's speed versus power, but neither has been able to kind of take the lead in this feud. So tonight, one of them has to come through in this rubber match here. And it's going to be quickness that wins the day. Javon Evans barely survives a fireball chokeslam attempt, but he flips him over, bounces off the ropes, and hits the Skyline Stunner. Red Flame stumbles back, and Javon springboards into the Phoenix Splash. 1, 2, 3, and Javon Evans drops the Giants guard. Montez Ford, he's in the locker room, kind of pacing, shaking his head. He's fired up. And he's pissed. He says, man, look, I've been trying to keep my cool, but I can't let this slide. First, Solo and Fatu roll up on me and my brother, taking our gold, talking about how we don't belong here. Then Solo want to act like Dawkins' win means nothing? Like my boy didn't go up there, climb the ladder, and put the whole damn roster on notice? Nah, Solo, we ain't letting that slide. You know what, though? Get in that ring with me next week and find out. After the match, there ain't gonna be nothing left to say but one thing. I love beating you, Solo. And in the main event, Nia Jax, she was never pinned. Zelina Vega obviously blindsided, pinning Alexa Bliss and stealing Nia's title. So Zelina's here proving this wasn't a fluke, it's strategy. She's going to do it again, but there's a huge difference between sneaking a win in a triple threat and going one-on-one with Nia Jax. So for the next few minutes, it's pure domination. Nia throws Zelina around like a rag doll, planting her into the mat, stomping her down, draining the life out of her. Zelina keeps slipping out of pin attempts, not kicking out, slipping out. She's looking for an opening, a rope break, a moment, anything. And she does it. She proves Nia Jax was just 1 second away from putting her through the mat, but Zelina slips out of the Samoan drops, land on her feet, and drop toe holds Nia into the turnbuckle. Nia stumbles and turn backs, and Zelina hits the code red. 1, 2, 3. An amazing match, and she's still your women's champion.
Then we head over Armando Alejandro Estrada and ECW. They are kicking it off. Isla Dawn, Lyra Valkyria. I thought maybe he had a shot to be their mid-card match choice, but Armando decided to save it for free television. It is a tables match to kick off the show, and Isla Dawn gets the win here. 3 stars in the match, and their feud is level 4. Remember, this is the feud where Armando used a run-in to keep it alive for the next set of bookings. So he's got it up to level 4. We'll see how the AI handles it. Do they make it stale or do they pace it well? Trick Williams calls out Karrion Kross and mocks him for the injury that he suffered back at Clash at the Castle. He came in and was meant to be a tag team champion, and he got hurt in a disqualification. So now the tag belts are just left in no man's land. No surprise to Trick that the false prophet has once again let down ECW. So now Akam doesn't have his partner, and Andre Chase is like, well, just let us borrow the belts until they get back. That way we can have tag team wrestling. And Akam shakes his head no. He's a soft-spoken man. So Andre Chase tries to beat some sense into him to give the tag belts back to ECW. Akam refuses, but Andre Chase gets a 2.5-star win. Their feud up to level 2. Fallon Henley, she's becoming a bit of a promo expert the more and more she learns about the ECW faithful, and this week she brings 5250 on the fan count. But then before the LWO goes to take on WAP, I found out, I got a call from Ivar And he said, "Hey man, not a big deal. Like VOP is cool, but WWE actually started letting us be called the War Raiders again, like we used to be. So it's actually not Viking Raiders." And so me and Razor were just kind of wondering, like, instead of Vikings of Pain, could be the Warriors of Pain. And I was like, yeah, you can WAP. So now it's WAP versus the LWO.
Wop, wop.
You like that WAP?
I like that song WAP. And if we ever spectate that tag match, bet your ass that's the song I'm editing in for their entrance. Bet your ass on that. So it's WAP versus the LWO. And the LWO get the win over the newly identified team. Maybe that cost them a little bit here tonight. 3 stars in the match, level 4 on the feud. And then Eric comes out to the ring and says, "We are not Vikings, we are war." And then he gets a fan for that correction. Ivy Nile and Alba Fire, who we got the chance to see at Clash of the Castle. Alba Fire impressed us with her badass entrance. And tonight she impresses us with a badass victory over Ivy Nile. No rivalry movement, but 2.5 stars on the match. And then Maxine Dupree says, "Can I get some cheering if you want to see Maxine Dupree represent ECW at the next cross-branded PLE?" And nothing happened, so she got no new fans. And in the main event, ECW, they are, unless they physioed,
Luke's going to get hurt.
they might have physioed, but Luke Gallows, his future is on the line. He's hurting after that TLC match.
you
Shinsuke
later,
Nakamura
freak.
trying to win the non-title match and can't.
There it is.
And he's gone for 7 weeks.
Wow. This is where AI Armando is going to drop.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, is this going to be where Extreme AI starts to flounder? Is the stamina management? They now have the tag titles unable to be defended due to Karrion Kross being out he's got 7 weeks left. And now Luke Gallows picks up a 7-week injury when beating Shinsuke Nakamura. So now their world title is held up as well.
Tough.
Wow. World title just on lock.
Yeah,
for
that's why we
7
don't.
weeks.
The AI starts strong, but we have no reason to panic until they show us they can last more than like 3 months before falling apart. They might figure it out, but tough little stretch there for ECW.
Speaking of panic, this card is not my best card, but all we can do is what NXT does, and that is fight on Chelsea Green, Blair Davenport renewing their rivalry in a simple one-on-one match. Both still bickering over their tag team debacle. They had a chance at the title belts. They squandered it. Now they're feuding amongst themselves. The winner of this rivalry might get a push to bigger things than the tag team belts. And the loser might be relegated to, well, maybe having another chance at a new tag partner to see if they can save some face and redemption and possibly come away with a new tag team title. So, a lot going on here. Chelsea Green, we got a little card for putting her in a show this week. So we are going to go ahead, grab that, and Blair Davenport.
Davenport.
She gets a big win, quickly showing why Chelsea Green is the one responsible for her tag team debacle. And Blair Davenport does not want her standing at NXT, her legacy, to be that she cannot win the big one. So she is going to slowly work her way up the ranks and potentially come away with a shot at being a contender. So, and Uso is feeling Usi. He's getting lost in the sauce. And when he does, he kind of turns into not such a nice guy. And he yeeted all over.
Well, we're waiting.
All over.
All over.
I gotta word this very carefully. I don't actually. He didn't yeet. He didn't yeet. Nothing was yeeted.
Okay, okay.
So he just turns into not such a nice guy. He flips heel. Says he's coming for the Adonis. Calls him Ashante the Adonis.
Oh no.
Oh, damn.
As an ultimate sign of disrespect
Shit.
And yeah,
Yeah,
this
no, that's
sending
valid.
shockwaves through the CodyVerse. And then a nice battle of the blondes here. Sol Ruka, your NXT one half of the women's champs, facing Tiffany Stratton, who fought valiantly against Io Sky, but could not pry the belt away. So here she is, looking to start anew, and it happens tonight against Sol Ruka. And she comes away with a big win. But a rivalry has begun. But a big win over Sol Ruka. We'll see if Tiffy Time can climb her way back up the women's ranks. And then more boos as Triton turns heel. But we all know this. You thought I cared what I think of the mere peasants. All of you in the CodyVerse are nothing. Every one of you watching this video, premiere or not, just know that you will never amount to anything even half as great as what Triton, your king, is. Ruxin, you're stupid. And he started calling out individuals
crazy.
of the CodyVerse
Going at him,
fandom.
yeah.
Wow.
Just insane. Breaking the fourth wall. And Triton turns heel because of it. And everyone throwing their metaphorical tomatoes at him in disgust. And then, in what could be...
Dude, I didn't even notice the stashes until right this second. That completely caught me off guard.
It is a stash off.
Oh.
And Chuck McWagon says...
This
there
is
ain't
the real
room
Stash
in this...
Club wrestling.
There ain't room in here for the two of us. And Dr. Punching Stone says, well, luckily, after I'm done with you, there's only gonna be one of us. And Chuck McWagon says, you better put some respect on my name. And he threatens to pull out some scissors and snip that disgusting mustache off of Dr. Punching Stone. Chuck McWagon says you probably don't even have a degree. You probably don't even have your doctorate, Dr. Punching Stone. And Dr. Punching Stone rebuttals and says you're not even a real cowboy. You live in the city limits, you fraud. And they start duking it out right in the ring. Wow. And an awful match.
Not in our hearts.
Yeah, I was going to say, I loved it.
Dr. Punching Stone shows Chuck McWagon whose stash is superior, comes away with a big win. He is undefeated in his young wrestling career. And Io Sky finally calls out Asuka. Says there's only room for one dominant female on this brand. I don't care how much green mist you got. I'll take all of it, and we want all the smoke. And Asuka, that was enough to get her attention and remove her mask. And now she has her sights set on Io Sky and that title belt. And then Dragon Lee hopping into the ring against the Matador and against Jimmy Uso. Uso just looking for somebody to fight. He is a big fan that his brother Jay flipped heel tonight. Because now they're back to feeling Usi together. And they're both hating on... Oh my gosh, no!
Oh no!
Dragon Lee
Oh, and Matador.
says, who cares about the Usos? Knocks him out. And then Matador pulls out that little red cloth, dangles it out, trying to entice Dragon Lee to run through it. Dragon Lee starts running for it, about ready to spear the red cape. And instead of going after the red cape, he goes right through the gut of Matador, plowing his sorry ass through the ring. And gets him for the 1, 2, 3. In a match that was anything but disappointing, the rivalry grows. Let's go. And then, all right. Not as impactful as I had hoped.
Yeah, it could
but
have been better.
for a promo skill 5, Jade Cargill has been hot lately. but this one wasn't her best performance. But that is okay because we're gonna keep taking cracks at it. But she does get us a small chunk of fans, which we are definitely gonna need for this show because it is atrocious. And then the main event. This match should not be atrocious. We have Pretty Deadly, but do they help each other or not? They're gonna have to fight each other at some point in this match because Eric Rowan, he's juiced up, he is ready to go. He doesn't have his tag partner, but it doesn't matter. This is just a regular triple threat match. Who's getting put through the table? Is it Eric Rowan who needs help, or does Pretty Deadly fight each other? Oh my goodness. Elton Prince and Eric Rowan start an individual feud. But Elton Prince, Pretty Deadly. They might have to turn away from being a tag duo. You're gonna have to stick around to find out. But nonetheless, Eric Rowan, Elton Prince, a rivalry has started, and that is the end to this awful, awful show.
All right, for our rundowns here, first off for WCW, we get 3 stars in our opener. Dakota Kai, your new women's champion. She starts a feud with Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley and Tatum Paxley have their rivalry climb to level 2. Kalani Jordan wins the triple threat match over Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Cora Jade running in, costing Roxanne. No rivalry movement there. 1.5 stars for Tony D'Angelo and Abraka Slam, handling Flip the Script and Chad Gable. Brutus Creed starts a singles feud with Pat McAfee in a 1.5 star match. And in the main event, Roman Reigns wins the title match yet again. 4 stars over Finn Balor. And you can see Balor now up to 73 pop thanks to that to the Moon card. But it didn't help him in this one. Rivalry level 3. On the call-out side of things, DIY calls out the Creed brothers for a level 1 tag feud. Undertaker pushes his feud with Tony D'Angelo to level 3. For NXT 2.0, 1.5 stars. Blair Davenport takes down Chelsea Green. Their rivalry now up to level 3 as Blair looks to elevate above and beyond. Tiffy Time takes down Sol Ruka, 1.5 stars. They begin a new feud. A new feud here as well as Dr. Punching Stone makes an emphatic debut, taking down Chuck McWagon in a 1/2 star match. Dragon Lee has his feud with Matador go up to level 2 in a 1.5 star triple threat victory. And then triple threat action, Pretty Deadly, able to do just enough to where Elton Prince now finds himself in a singles feud with Eric Rowan after getting the victory. And then on the call side of things, Io Sky calls out Asuka, beginning a feud there. On the Raw side of things, rivalry now up to level 3 as Omos takes down Stax Lorenzo in a 2.5 star opener. Lash Legend continues to roll in a victory over Jakara Jackson, 1 star in the match, 2 levels on the rivalry. Tamina demanded Alexa Bliss, which gave the instant feud to Canada, and then that instant feud goes to level 2 as Tamina God takes down the advertising queen, 2.5 stars. Javon Evans wins this rubber match, but there might be more ahead. He gets a 2-star victory over the Red Flame, rivalry level 3. And in the main event, Zelina Vega stays your women's champion with a 4-star victory over Nia Jax, rivalry level 4. On the claw side of things, Owens and McIntyre start a feud. No movement in the tag feud. And then Montez Ford pushes his feud with Solo Sikoa out to level 2. And then finally for ECW, 3 stars in their table match opener, Isla Dawn over Lyra Valkyria, level 4 on their rivalry. Andre Chase pissed that the tag titles are now just stuck in oblivion, and hopefully no other titles will be stuck in oblivion on ECW. 2.5 stars over Akam, rivalry level 2. The LWO takes down WAP, 3 stars on the match, level 4 on the rivalry. Alba Fire, 2.5 star victory over Ivy Now, but no rivalry movement. And then Luke Gallows, shit, there's another title that can't be defended unless something changes. Luke Gallows wins this non-title match, 4 stars on the level 4 rivalry, but he is out for 7 weeks. Trick Williams call out on Karrion Kross, didn't do anything because they were already level 4. I forgot that, so that is also a bummer sign to see if they're doing call-out promos when things are level 4 already.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Again, the AI started hot, but we had the AI start hot last year. We're hoping that they're a more consistent threat, and they still might be, but a tough week there for ECW. On the ratings, WCW gets a 94 rating score, 28,000 fans, $46,000.
Okay.
And we we have tag team chemistry between Tony D'Angelo and
gosh.
Abraca Slam.
Damn it.
So not upset about that at all. Yeah, excited for that team. On Raw, they're going to get an 88 rating score, 20,000 fans, and $47,000. Ooh, Nia Jax got herself DQ'd.
That's what it was, I guess.
Interesting. I wish there was a way other than the show notes to see that, like,
Yeah,
just
in
like
the
a little
moment if I saw
on-screen
that.
prompt. For most people, it probably doesn't matter, but when like we do the stories and stuff, like just knowing something at a DQ, you can kind of like pivot what you're doing if you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For ECW, a 102 rating
Damn.
score,
What the hell, dude?
36,000 fans, $45,000. So maybe they are doing just fine.
He's fine.
He's good. So they are still a threat. And then
I'm
for
gonna start
NXT
booking-
2.0,
Oh, yeah.
77
Oh, no.
rating score, 15,000 fans, $23,000. Ultimate Woman thought it was a pair of
And
nobodies making
can
their
I-
debuts, which is crazy.
Can I call something out before you move on?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth show note down there. It is the same as last year. I was looking for this one, but it says maybe it's just me, but I think the perfect triple threat match has fan favorites outnumbering rule breakers. So it is still the same as 2K24. If you have a triple threat, you'd want to go 2 faces over a heel, and that's going to apparently make the match a better quality.
Yeah, and
All out.
we've talked, like, doesn't mean that the other way is always going to be bad. If you have stuff built up and the right people, it can still work. But it does, yeah, it appears that the game gives a little bit of favor if you do 2 faces, 1 heel in a triple threat. We were pretty sure that last year. There's our solidified confirmation. Kanda, good catch on that.
There you go.
For WCW, we're going to grab a Veto Star for our commissioner goal. Oh, baby.
I got bad news. I didn't even,
Oh.
I accidentally. Oh no, this is my seasonal challenge
Yeah.
101 champ. I forgot to look at my commissioner goal.
10%. So last year I had
God,
a
what?
bronze and a silver that I used at the end, which
Oh,
gave me a combined 7%. This is 10%. And again, this is stealing the fans. This isn't just making them go away or whatever. This is, say 100,000 fans are there. Canada takes 10,000. So that show gets 90,000 and then Canada gets an extra 10. So it's really a change in that scenario of 20,000 fans. So crazy
see you
good
at
power
WrestleMania.
card to get.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
For NXT 2.0, they're going to get I Know a Guy 3 for the 10 Scotty Boys. And his one-on-one champ gets Queens of the Ring. Set the match quality boost to maximum for any matches with female superstars this week. So that's a new one. And in theory, probably a Kings of the Ring card as well that would
want
be
that one.
available. So if Cheek has a ladies' night,
Ladies' night.
even if it's not all 5, like just 3 or 4 matches there, give a massive boost. So cool to see a new card there. And here are the standings after our first episode here first week of shows in this episode. Estrada is in the lead. I am 30,000 behind him. Cheek, 3,000 fans behind me. And Canada, 18,000 fans behind Cheek. Let's see what this random order does in Birmingham, Alabama. Hey, little random. I love to see it.
It's my first time being first. All right, Chelsea Green. Oh, she is
Ooh,
not
dang,
happy.
buddy.
Man,
She wants $100,000.
you don't even have it to
Wow.
offer.
Just tell her
Yeah,
you'd
I
love
can't.
to.
It just
Tell her you'd love to do it.
wow.
Or I don't know if it's going to use up all
Yeah.
71. So
This, all right. We're gonna come back to that. I just want to see some of these other contracts. So, all right. So the Adonis
ooh, damn it.
needs a new contract. Oh man.
Now, just so you know, if you say let's talk figures, you do lose the ability to use the negotiation card, just as a refresher on that. So if that's something you're thinking about, you'd have to do that here before seeing what the other offers are.
I'm gonna go ahead and just extend it and just not take the money hit and just see what the Chelsea Green situation is gonna be. So I'm just gonna make him happy.
See if
And
he's heard of it.
extend them.
First he's heard of
Damn.
And then, all right, McWagon versus Punching Stone wasn't the greatest fight, is
Yeah, it
because
was.
their fighting styles didn't pair. Remember, it's giants and cruisers and fighters and
it.
bruisers.
This is why, before you move on from this, last year I was like, I don't know why in my head I think Cruiser gets a little boost. He says it in this message. Cruiser isn't a bad pairing either.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because
So,
last year I was like,
fighter.
obviously it's not a boost, but I was like, I don't think Cruiser does bad. And I don't know why I had that in my head. This message is 100% why it was in my head.
Yeah,
There it is.
for sure.
All right.
Alrighty.
And then Jade Cargill, she's been doing good on the promo side of things for us, but she really wants to get back into the ring. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Just to make her happy.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's go. And then Disco Bell. Just pressing me for like $6,000. Let's talk figures. Let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and meet her at the price. That makes her morale go up a little bit. And we need to start getting her in some matches because she is just juiced up with stamina. And then, so the Chelsea Green, I'd love to. I literally just don't have the money, so this is going to hurt a lot if she walks. Oh, she walked.
Well, you
Yeah,
got money
her
back.
contract is always, if someone storms off, whatever's remaining on their contract, you get back.
So the only good news is I get a ton of money back. I do lose a pretty high level feud, but you know what? We rally. If we have a TLC match, okay, we're having a TLC match. 'Cause that's going to get me a Get Schooled 3. And then, what am I close to? 10 shows with the call out. We're going to get that. 5 rivalries. We just lost one. 10 shows with interference gives me a health spa 3. That would be pretty cool. Alright, so guess we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we need to have a TLC match. So we need to have 24,000 in the clip. And we still have Uncle Howdy on hold for just one more week. And my ladies' side of things, they do have the shakeup specialty where all of their promos are level 5. So I want to make sure I can tap into that a little bit. So we're going to have... We need a little charity. I think Tiffy Time can get us a little charity. I want to see if I can capitalize on this. Jade Cargill needs a match, though. And Blair Davenport needs a feud, so I'm thinking of pivoting. We're going to have Sol Ruka get us some charity. I want to have some charity. We should probably get Asuka into the ring, no? Is there any type of promo that would upgrade her morale? Or would I just have to get her into the ring?
Yeah, you'd have to. She'd need to win a match or specific morale card or like a health spa used on her. Things like that could lift it up.
Okay.
But
Well.
promo wise, nothing you can do to lift.
Okay. Well, we'll just have her. We're gonna have her go and get us some fans. I want to try to milk that as much as possible. So, okay. And then now that Jey Uso is finally healed, we can have the Adonis get back into the ring with him. But he does only have 35 stamina, so I still want to be careful with that at the moment. But I do want to go ahead. I'm going to have Adonis call him out and see if we can inch this up to a level 3 and give Uso another week to rest his sore muscles. And then we're going to have Eric Rowan, Elton Prince. I like where that rivalry is growing, and both. Jade Cargill. She needs a match, so we're gonna do triple threat. And just like Triple H called out, we have 2 faces in the triple threat. So that should look for a good match there. And Braun Breaker. What was the deal with Braun? We were doing something with Braun. He wants to fight the Fiend again. So we have to have Braun. We have to have Fiend.
Gotta.
That's just bare minimum. I'm thinking.
He's thinking.
Could I have...
Watch out for them gears.
I know. Oh my gosh. Do we need to sign somebody?
My answer to that is always yes.
Stop it.
I don't care who's asking the question or if I'm asking it. My answer is yes.
Yup.
We just got good stam. Triton.
Dr. Punchingston.
Triton and Axiom might not be a bad throw in here. Because they got a pretty high level feud. Wait, why didn't I put Axiom in? Come on. Man, this is... I think that's that. And I think TLC for the title.
Ooh.
Dude,
Could
Triton
the
walks
story
away.
happen? Yeah.
Stop it. All right. So this is shaping up to already be a way better card than what I had last week. But we still have 2 matches to put on. I think we got to go back to McWagon and Punching Stone. I think we just got to do it. We brought them in for a reason, and that was to be a gap filler in the mid card and let their rivalry just blossom like their beautiful mustaches do. And then one more match. Look at all these heels, dude. This is insane. I guess we're going Matador and Dragon Lee. Just keep on going, boys. So that's a good mid card. I think 54, 51 pop. Yeah, that's going to be our opener. I think that is one hell of a card. I think, and then that has the match stipulation. I don't know if this one really needs it, but we can put one on. But I do just want to take a peek.
Oh.
I got to look at, hold on. I got to, ooh, this is a pretty good card.
Not bad.
That is a pretty
You already
good.
have one. But...
Stop it. I can stack and carry over. Add 2 weeks to a contract duration. Okay, I think I'm gonna get that because I need that. I want those. Health Spa's 20,000.
Castle Raid.
I don't know if I want to spend 20,000 on a Health Spa, but I might.
Ooh.
This could be a chance to get the morale of Asuka up. I might use that card on her. So we might just pivot to have EO do the charity. We might use this on Asuka just to make her a little happier. Gets her stamina up.
Bam.
There we go. All right, she's out of the red, which is pretty clutch. And then, man, I just don't know if I want to dabble here.
It could Cindy backfire if you do.
Could just steal somebody from Cody.
Or Canada, since he really wants you to use that card.
I'm in last.
Yeah, but you have bad publicity now. We know how good that is.
Yeah, but you're not seeing that till season 3, so settle down.
Boys. Dude. But what do I even need on this show? What do I need on this roster? I need somebody. I probably need
if you don't plan to use them this week, you might as well just wait. You gotta be card booked.
I do have a good card booked. I need a good fighter though.
Because then it's just a waste of a week if they're not on the card.
Wow. So, for all of you out there who wanted me to spin the wheel, blame Canada.
Blame Canada! Blame Canada!
Yep.
He said no. He said, "Don't
Or
wait."
do it and waste a week. I don't care.
All right, so we're gonna get
weird.
schooled. So who's that going to? Stick around to find out. You're gonna have to wait till next episode. But I think this is a card proper, and I think just to prop it up a little bit more, we're gonna have tables match and juice it up. But I think we are pretty good. I actually am just gonna search and see.
Mm.
Let me just search for any other.
Wait, how long did you sign Backfire for? Because she went
Like-
away, or did she vanish?
I signed her for 8 weeks.
Oh, okay. I was staring at the screen, just didn't register in my brain.
Yep, she is 8 weeks locked in. So
Nice.
all right, now sorry, real quick, going back.
Oh my.
Jeez. It's a tag partner for Donna Matrix, if I ever seen one.
Who Noir,
Yeah. Damn.
maybe Cindy Backfire, but she's face.
That name is, I don't know about that name. Backfire? Sounds like it might backfire.
Oh.
Quaid? Randy Quaid's niece?
I just want to see who's up here.
Ridge.
Ridge and Charlie,
Charlie
Lola
Dempsey.
Vice, Katana
Oh,
Chance,
love
take a
that.
chance.
Take a chance.
She's actually not that. That's not a bad pickup, but she's gonna gobble the rest of my
Gobble gobble.
money. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see, test the waters and see. But I think,
Test them waters.
boys, we have a title match with Triton involved. Just
Hell
saying,
yeah.
stick around. You're not gonna want to miss it.
Oh, here we go. Raw La Congricha Loca says, hey, Nick, my time with Raw comes to an end this week. I've done a good job. It's time to move on. It's my final week here. That's fine.
Oh,
She might have to get
she
she might have to get squashed this week.
Yo.
Tamina says Tamina says thanks for the match against Alexa. Had a lot of fun going up against her in the ring. Yeah, because you won. I think the extra emotion really helped sell the match tonight, last week. Nick, get it together. Jakar wants to fight anybody other than Lash. I could do that. Nia Jax doesn't feel 100% right now. Wants to take 2 weeks off. Sure. I think get some rest. I think that's okay. Wait, what is this? Week 7?
Mhm.
So she's gonna take week 7 and 8 off. That works for me. Get some rest, Nia. Okay, so one Extreme Rules match this week. We've got a Veto Star. We're gonna do that for sure. John Cena wants to partner with Damian Priest. I forgot about that. That's tough. I don't know if we're gonna make that happen. Oops. Over here, Get Schooled 2 is not bad. Let's try to book this show first. I had an idea because Oba needs to go over here. Stacks won a #1 contendership in week 2 or 3. Can't remember which one, but he's finally getting a shot against Obafemi, who is currently undefeated on Raw. So that's going to be our main event. And then I think for at least, I want to get, maybe I do that tag team then for John Cena. And he wants to go with Damian Priest against Logan Paul. And maybe like Eddie Thorpe is face. Maybe like a Brooks Jensen, but they do need a match this week. Maybe I go, Javon's a face. Doesn't make any sense to do Omos. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Logan Paul's the heel. I might need to sign somebody. Let me just put in somebody like Red Flame right now. We're going to go take a look at somebody that can pair with Logan Paul.
Oh, Max Impact.
There he is, baby. Okay, let me take a look quickly. Oh,
You have to.
I wanted to make a signing this week, and using any scouts is going to screw me from my signing. So let's take Max. Let's take Max Impact for 12 weeks. It's going to cost us. No,
I know
14
who I'm
weeks.
stealing.
It's going to cost us 10 grand to sign Max Impact for 14 weeks. And even though he's a face, he's going to have to pair with Logan Paul this week. Maybe it's just the part of the game there.
Well,
Although
teaming with Logan Paul is a car crash, so I get it.
Yeah, exactly. I think the opener needs to be Montez Ford versus Solo. I think we're going to rock that. And then, like I said, we got these two boys. Haven't been in a match in a while. That's why Brooks won the TLC. It's his match specialty. That makes sense. And then maybe we can do something like this in Extreme Rules, because we need an Extreme Rules match this week. I'm gonna make this a tables match too, actually. Perfect. Self promies, I think we're gonna have Lash Legend call out Jakara Jackson. Jakara Jackson, actually, I might make this a triple threat just to get Jakara in there because she wants to fight anybody else than Lash Legend. So we're gonna do that. That is smart. I think we'll have Kevin Owens call out Drew McIntyre. Hopefully that works. And we will have the Red Flame versus Javon is up there too. Might do one more call out here to get this to a level. Does Javon have the better? Nope, they're both one. So it doesn't matter who I do. I'm going to do Red Flame calling out Javon. Now we have some money. I'm scared because I know what's going to happen.
Come on. I hope you get what you want since you're spending.
I'm looking for somebody specific, and I'm so worried that they're going to get stolen out from under my feet immediately as it happens. But if it does, we'll just have to go find somebody else as a replacement, because if Cheek does steal this person, we are going to get the full value back.
Yeah,
So,
nothing to lose.
Not really to lose, I guess. So let's see if we get our boy.
As Mike Tomlin says, you can't live in your fears.
That's fair. I like that a lot. You
Yeah.
can't live in your fears. So
I like it when my favorite football team goes 9-8 out of 10-7 every year.
here we go. We're spinning that wheel. There he is. That's who I wanted. Listen, now the coolest thing about the CodyVerse, especially this year, is we've had a lot of people come in and you love the channel, you love the stories and everything, and we've had fans make up their own wrestling division, indies. You know what I mean? Like we got Handbird, who has made Ascension Portal Wrestling, and AJ Styles is on Essential Portal Wrestling. So we're signing him from the indies. AJ Styles. What we're gonna do is, considering it's week 7, so it's week 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do him for 4 weeks, maybe 3, so he doesn't even make the pay-per-view yet, and see if Cheek steals him. And if he does, we'll have to pivot. We'll get some money back, and we'll just have to we can't live in our fears. Shout out Mike Tomlin.
Dude, he's going to make a great addition to the NXT roster.
He will, but for now, he's going to do his job and call out the bisexual Undertaker. Okay. So that is what we got. And don't forget, Cheek, I got 2 This Is War. So if you want to come for me, I can come for you.
I can't live in my fears.
You can't. No, that's true. I think I'm just going to leave To the Moon for now.
To the moon.
To the moon. And I think we got our Extreme Rules here. That's a level 2 feud. I'm feeling groovy. Let me just make sure I have this. Yep. Lock her in. Do I have any other progress? 2 weeks off. She got that. La Cangricha Loca is gone. And yes. Oh. Sorry, Jakar. That's probably not going to happen. Anyways, we're locking this one in. Yep.
Okay, we head over to WCW. We'll start with Demon Finn, who is saving for his title rematch, even though the buddy just can't beat Roman Reigns. Luckily, we've fulfilled so many of his promises that his morale isn't terrible. I want to pull up his... Okay, 1-4. He stuck a win in there because we put him in a triple threat with Flip to Script and Abracaslam. Otherwise, he would be winless as well. So yeah, we get a little increase to that. We're showing him the respect he deserves by booking him against a guy that beats him every week. Pat McAfee You don't seem to realize this, but I'm a bit of a master on the mic. I want to make my mark in a promo. That sounds fantastic. Go ahead and promo up. And then Undertaker says, hey, Sonya, my time comes to an end this week. I'd love to stay 5 weeks for $58,000. So we're going to pay him at his price. I'm hoping we get to point. I also know I have the WCW card that I can boost 5 weeks. I don't want to pop that yet, but we'll meet at the price here for Taker. Don't want to put his mouth. If he was smile with teeth, I'd maybe consider a low ball there, but we're going to pay it. Now he is smiling with teeth. So checking our promises here. Seth Rollins doesn't get booked this week. Grayson Waller gets a match that involves Johnny Gargano. Pat McAfee cuts a promo, and if we have a tables match, we get injury up 3, which is majestic, and gets us progress towards this. So we're 5-5 with call-out promos. We've done the all match rules. Last week we did that. First of 5 times we need to do that. Match ratings will get there. Rule changes. We haven't been intentional, but if that gets dicey late, we can get intentional with like jobbers coming in. Interference 4 of 10. We're pacing decently well. Title rivalries will happen. Okay, so logistics. That's the downside of these contract negotiations. Is obviously slowing down my logistics pace a little bit. I gotta just look now. Oh my, Ace Backdraft and Hula Hank, Mr. Higglesby. It's a good
Hula
crop.
Hank's the star.
Look at him. Beautiful.
That'd be great for Raw to sign a little Samoan. Be like Sami Zayn thinking he's a ooze.
Canda's writing that down on pen and paper right now.
Yep.
Card wise,
Locked in.
I think I'm gonna take I'm gonna book the stuff first because I'm not dripping in money right now. But I think I'm gonna take the fixed match. Get schooled, I would like, but since I'm buying this and a little lower money, I don't think I'm gonna also grab that. But we're gonna go ahead, start putting the card together first, and go from there. So Pat McAfee wants to cut a promo, and we might have him advertise. I could switch that to a call out as well in a moment. We'll see. Then we need to make sure Grayson Waller gets a chance to deal with Johnny Gargano. And since Julius Creed, one half of the Creed brothers, has that singles feud, I'm thinking we could do a triple threat where we go Johnny Gargano, Julius Creed, and Grayson Waller in a triple threat there. We need to pop Physio to keep Gargano safe this week, so we'll go ahead and use that on Mr. Gargano. Boom. That'll keep him safe from injury. Takes care of that promise. Our other promise is just not having Seth on the show. Okay, so looking at, I thought about maybe signing a couple females this week and doing a Liv and Raquel tag call out or a tag title match this week. But with the monies, we're gonna have to see. It'll be close. So let's get some other stuff rolling in the meantime here. We're gonna have Chad Gable call out Seth because he's not here. Tag team call outs, I want to do one. That's why I was kind of thinking, because not that I can't have people that aren't an official tag team, but we've got our 3 main tag teams split up into the triple threat match. So maybe we sign, maybe we just don't do the tag team call out this week. It's not that big of a deal if we don't. Let's get Tony and Undertaker in there. But we're gonna no, we're gonna leave it one-on-one. We're gonna leave it one-on-one. Tony and Undertaker. Then I think we go Rhea one-on-one with Tatum Paxley. Nope, I forgot that match last week. I wanted to peel that back. So we're gonna go Cora Jade versus Roxanne. We're gonna go Liv Morgan versus Dakota Kai. And then looking at how the rest looks, I could go Tommaso Ciampa and Austin Theory. So they had a singles feud. Just as a refresher for people, they had a level 1 feud, but we were pushing the tag feud. and that feud falls off. So if you're not booking a feud for consecutive weeks, it can trail off. So I think we can just have those guys fight in a singles match here this week. I could also make it a 4-way to get Abrick, Slam, and Flip to Script hanging out. Flip is getting upset as his inability to win, but that's a risk we're going to take. Then that puts me in a spot where I've got Rhea needing rest. Connie Jordan, I kind of want to get involved. So let's take a look at how this would look. So what my thinking was 5 to 9 female face, and I would look to sign 2 people. So what I'm trying to figure out is I've got 51,000. I spent 5,000 search, so I have 46,000. This is also new this year. So Undertaker's contract, he's not with me for 12 weeks. It's like a cumulative of the contracts I've paid him. So I'm trying to find someone that I haven't given a bunch of extensions to get an easy look. So like Cora Jade is, I mean, she's pushing probably like 7,000-8,000 a week. So if I were to search for 5 and then sign 2 people at, let's just call it 8,000 a week, between the 2, I could get enough to get a team. So I'm thinking about getting a team here to try to start something with Liv and Raquel on the tag side while we've got the individual single feuds going on. So we're going to pop this search, see what we get, and boom, we're going to do it for Corza. So they're not officially in the game, I don't think, but Chemical X is a team that's these 2 and Tatum Paxley. So we can build to that, but we're going to bring Shotzi and Gigi Dolan in to the women's scene. So this is where I've got to pay attention to the budget. So we're going to go 2 weeks on Shotzi, and we're going to go 2 weeks on Gigi. And with making those signings, I'll have to tinker around here. Might be all advertising because I also would need to do a tables match. But we are actually going to go ahead and pop this. I thought about waiting until I had bigger names, but I think grabbing this now can be helpful. So we're going to pop this through, extend all those contracts. The next 5 weeks, I don't have to negotiate with anybody. And we will not be able to do the tables match because of those signings. So we do lose the rehab. So probably a misstep there, but that's okay. It happens. So we're going to make this advertising for Chad. We are going to go advertising with Finn. And then we're going to go advertising with... Might go Shotzi advertising first night. Seth needs the week off. Roman, I can give him the more pop. Let's do advertising with Brutus Creed, and then we're gonna, to get the people we signed to get part of this here, we're gonna go GG in this match. We're gonna put Tatum in here just to avoid GG and Shotzi getting into a feud. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to get Shotzi in here, and then we're going to put Raquel in here. And let's see. I'm trying to think if I want to make something a tag match for the sake of, if I make one of these multi-person matches a tag. Actually, let's just do that. Actually, we made the signings. Let's go Shotzi, and so you're out. Kalani Jordan goes in here. This becomes a tag with GG. We're gonna put the belts on the line so we don't have the stips. We'll put this at the top. Tony and Taker get the main with the level 3 feud, and then this will take care of another promise. So we did run it down there. Miscalculation on my part when I was running through what those contracts would cost, but that is okay. It happens. Do I like my curve here? I think we're good. We'll advertise the money back up and miss out on a rehab, so hopefully I don't injure anybody soon. Promises are taken care of and fulfilled. We send it in. Okay, and ECW gonna start us off this week. And Isla Dawn, Lyra Valkyria, the feud is back. We've got a call out on a level 4 feud. But hey, last week he ended up getting a lot of fans. So the jury started to come out, and then the jury went to recess. But Lyra and Isla are kicking it off. Last week was tables. This match, a traditional match here. And it's going to be a 3-star win for Lyra. They are at a level 4 feud, so that feud is not going to move any further. Fallon Henley on the self-promo is going to get to popularity as she tells the fans that there will be a day that Fallon Henley steps inside an ECW ring as people are excited. Shinsuke, he's got to fight somebody else. The champ is gone. And so Baron Corbin comes out to the ring, and Shinsuke gets a 2-star victory. The fans just couldn't buy in. They wanted Luke Gallows, but Luke Gallows is on the mend. Trick Williams comes out to the ring with a tape recorder, and he hits play, and it's the exact promo he said last week in the rivalry that was already level 4. So nothing happens there. Akam and Andre Chase. Last week, Andre Chase was like, hey, man, can you just, like, do something with the tag belts? Like, the fans want to see title matches. And Akam shook his head no. Well, now Andre Chase is mad that Akam won't talk to him. And Andre Chase is like, come on, if you come to Chase University, we can put you in some speech classes and things could go really good. And then Akam shook his head no once again, which started another fight. Andre Chase just started beating him with scholarship papers to get the victory. 3 stars on the match. Rivalry level 3. Will Akam speak to Andre Chase? Self-promo Maxine Dupree says, hey, last week, I don't think you guys heard me. I said that I think I would be really fun to have at a cross-branded PLE, huh? And it didn't work again. No fans for her, unfortunately. Then Alba Fire. Like, it feels like Control-C, Control-V this week. Alba Fire taking on Ivy Nile in this contest. Alba Fire, for the second straight week, is going to get the victory. 2.5 stars on the match. And then Eric comes out to the ring and says, hey, remember last week when VOP became WAP? And a guy's like, yep. And then he gets that person as a fan. And in the main event, it's the LWO versus WAP. Can WAP get it done, or will the LWO win for back-to-back weeks? WAP evens it up yet again. 3.5 stars for ECW.
It's an insane show.
Yeah, they literally, like, everything was the same except Gallows, who was injured, so he couldn't be there.
I know.
Good Lord. All right. And now we come to the tables match as an opener here. Elton Prince, Eric Rowan. Pretty Deadly and the Wyatt Six already got into it as a tag feud, and now they're taking it one step further. Now we're going solo. In the Battle of the E's, Elton, Eric, who is going to come out on and Elton Prince, growing this rivalry to level 2, puts Eric Rowan's big ass through a table, splinters and all. Good start to the show. And then taking advantage of our shakeup, we got some ladies doing some charity tonight. We need fans, and we need them fast and in a hurry. And Tiffy Time says it's Tiffy Time, and people just love that. So that gets us 4,500 fans. Good job, Tiffy.
Say it more often.
I know. That's all she has to go out there and say. And then Dragon Lee, Matador. Matador is pissed after the way Dragon Lee dismantled him last week. And Dragon Lee says, hey, Matador, you like dragons?
Damn it.
And he says, yeah, I do. He's like, you're going to like dragging these nuts on your face. And here he goes again with the nut drag.
Oh, my God.
Suffocates Matador for the 3 count. And Matador again loses to Dragon Lee, but the rivalry grows. So we are true winners here. And then Sol Ruka says, you thought Tiffy Time was hot? Look at this. I got over 5,000 fans. I'm even better on the mic. So not only do we have a rivalry between Tiffy Time and Sol Ruka in the ring, we have one on the promo side of things as well. Sol Ruka gets the victory in this circumstance. And then Disco Bell gets her boogie on in the ring tonight. She is juiced up with 100 stamps. Blair Davenport. Jade Cargo wanted to get in the ring as well. So we're going to see when we shake things up a bit. Now, Jade Cargo wanted in the ring. Doesn't disappoint. She says, put me in the ring. I'll show you what I could do. Gets a big victory over Disco Bell and Blair Davenport. And then the Cargo-Davenport rivalry starts there, which we needed to replace with the exit of Chelsea Green. And then Io Sky, our women's champion, says, you think Tiffy Time, you think Sol Ruka, you think they're good at cutting promos? Give me the damn mic. Gets us almost 7,000 fans. So Io Sky shows why she's the champ in and out of the ring. Gets a huge pop for us there. So we get almost 7,000 from her, about 5,000 from Soul, and close to 5,000 again from Tiffy Time. So we're gonna get what is that? About 15,000 ballpark fans just from that alone. So good investment there. And I'll tell you what's a good investment. Chuck McWagon, Dr. Punching Stone. Again, they say my barber does my beard, does my mustache, excuse me, makes it have just the right of curl. And Chuck McWagon says, nah, Paul, my barber gets just the right of curl and bounce and mustache. And then they start going at it yet again.
Damn it.
In a battle of the status.
No.
Oh,
Dr. No, the feud didn't grow. But their mustaches did.
damn.
And Dr. Punching Stone shows that he has the better barber, that he has more bounce and curl in his lovely stash. And then the Adonis says, you son of a bitch, Jay.
The
Calling me out. Call me the Adonis.
damn it.
I am the Adonis. Don't you ever forget it. I'm going to be the face of this brand. And you, my friend, are about to get yeeted to the side. And the rivalry grows. Let's go. The. Instead of yeet, we're going to be the. When they do the little chopping thing back and forth in their match, that's what we'll do. Yeet.
Love that.
That'll be awesome. And then what's going to be awesome?
Coulda
Braun
happened.
Breaker. Braun Breaker just can't let go of what happened against the friend. He cannot let it go. He was so close to having gold. He wanted this rematch. And Triton, his big ass, says, I want a shot at the strap. So I think this is going to be a wild pivot we're going to have to do if Triton wins. But
I hope so.
I hope so. The king.
Is that the one?
I hope so.
The king has.
Come on.
Or Axiom just sneaks in. Oh!
Braun Breaker's a champ.
Wow.
Braun Breaker.
A classic.
He wanted a shot. He might have used Axiom and Triton to help distract the friend. And Braun Breaker is officially your king of NXT. Damn.
And over to Raw. Last week, Montez Ford demanded this match against Solo Sikoa after being disrespected by the Samoan Werewolves. The bell rings and this one is on. The crowd is behind Montez. He's got momentum. Is tonight the night he can prove to hang with Solo? Oh, he does it. Montez Ford pins Solo Sikoa. Solo is looking for the Samoan spike. Ford ducks, hits a super kick, climbs to the top, and hits a frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Montez Ford is your winner in this 2.5-star match. And the rivalry grows to level 3. So this one's moving along. Suddenly the arena goes dark and a familiar theme hits. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. AJ Styles is here on Raw. He slides in the ring, grabs a mic, paces for a moment before speaking. He says, it's funny. I was sitting at home. I was watching Clash of the Castle, watching Damian Priest take that big old bisexual chokeslam off the top rope. and winning the Raw World Heavyweight Championship. And all I could think was, that's it? That's the best Raw's got? That's the champion of Monday nights, Damian Priest, the bisexual Undertaker? See, I came to CodyVerse for one reason. That's power. And what better way to prove I'm still the best in the world than taking out the champ before he gets comfortable? Brooks Jensen, Eddie Thorpe. Eddie Thorpe thinks Brooks Jensen is a joke, a caveman who's crawled out of a hole after vanishing for a year. Brooks Jensen thinks Eddie Thorpe is pretending to be a part of the bloodline just because he's got tattoos. Before Clash, Brooks Jensen won the TLC match that got him the Coles cash, and he hasn't used it yet. So really, this one could go either way. And Eddie Thorpe, Brooks came out swinging wildly like the caveman he is, looking for a knockout punch. Eddie Thorpe slips behind him, grabs him by the waist, hits a German suplex into a bridge. 1, 2, 3. And Brooks is stunned and shocked and furious. But Eddie doesn't even celebrate. He just rolls out of the ring and walks back up. This guy is determined in a 1.5 star match, and the rivalry does not go to level 4. So we might have to do a call out next week. Speaking of call outs, Lash Legend calls out Jakara Jackson. She says, you know what, Jakara, I've been thinking, I think real hard, and I've realized something. You and me, we could have been unstoppable, but instead all we've done is step on each other's toes, and I'm sick of it. So week 9, we are finishing this. And in the mid-card, John Cena demanded to team up against the world heavyweight champion, the bisexual Undertaker. He's going to go up against Logan Paul, and guess who? Max Impact, the crash test dummy. Max Impact, he loves pain. The man doesn't endure punishment. He thrives on it. That's why Logan Paul picked this man to be his partner. Logan Paul, of course, has no intention of actually fighting in this match. He points to the dummy and makes him do all the work. So Cena and Priest, they take turns throwing it around, and the dummy's laughing through all of it. Priest hits a clothesline, and Max Impact pops right up, begging for another. Boom, clothesline number 2. Logan's on the apron, shaking his head like he's regretting every decision he's ever made. Cena whips the dummy into the rope, a big back body drop, and the dummy says, Max Impact says, this is the best night of my life. The fans are loving this, man. Logan, seeing things spiral, he jumps down and he just kind of walks right back up the entrance. He's given up on this team, and that's why. The easiest win of their careers. Logan Paul bails, and Max Impact doesn't even try to win. He just gets tossed around until finally Priest hits the bisexual last ride. And 1, 2, 3. That was an easy win for the challengers. Kevin Owens, he's wearing a hood, and he jumps through the crowd and near the announce table, because that's where Angela is. He grabs Angela by the handle. He gives it one big yank. Nothing. He adjusts again. He pulls. He tries so hard that he falls back onto his ass, and the crowd chants again, you can't pull it. You can't pull it. And he sits there for a second, staring at Angela, kicks the sword, but of course it doesn't budge. Kevin Owens yells, this is stupid, and he storms up the ramp. This one, La Congricha Loca's last week on Raw against Hail Mary, and Jakara Jackson wants anybody else than Lash Legend. So who's walking out of this one victorious? Oh, Hail Mary. And of course, that rivalry that popped in a 1.5 star match, it's not going to matter. But Hail Mary hits the hailstorm onto a chair.
Damn.
And 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Onto a chair, too.
Onto a chair, baby.
Have a seat.
Javon Evans walks out of the arena, gym bag slung over his shoulder. He's whistling. He's had a great night. He gets to go home early before the main event. But then he stops because his expression turns to confusion, which turns to shock. The camera pans around. Javon's car is on fire. Yeah, Javon drops his bag. He goes, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And he takes a step forward, but security rushes in, pulling him back. The arena staff has a fire extinguisher. It's sprayed, but it's too late. The car is torched. I wonder who would have done that. And in the main event, Dax got his #1 contendership, so he's here facing Obafemi, who's undefeated. Stacks isn't thinking about Omos tonight. He's not thinking about Omos, he's not thinking about money. He's thinking about gold. So Stacks starts this one hot, darting in and out, quick strikes and drop kicks. He tries to keep his speed up. He slides out of the ring, grabs the table, but Obafemi snatches it from him and hurls it right back into his face. The table gets set up in the corner. Both men are continuing to brawl. And the rain continues, baby. Stacks thought he had it. He leaps off the top rope looking for a high-risk move, but Oba catches him midair, power bomb straight through the table in the corner. Game over. Obafemi still undefeated, still your Intercontinental Champion. It doesn't look like anybody's coming close to stopping this man.
And then we head over to WCW, and at the start of the show, we're in Sonya Deville's office. And the game is in the office with her. And he says, I want to see a tables match. And Sonya's like, I can't afford that. And he goes, what do you mean? They cost $5,000, $6,000. And she says, well, I kind of had a little bit too much fun signing people. And Triple H looks at her, just disgusted. She already has like 20 roster members. Why do you need more? And she said, just trust me. We make stars at WCW. It's going to be incredible. In fact, our 2 new signings, they're going to head to the ring right now. Women's Tag Team title. And Triple H says, I'll give you a pass this one time. But he storms out. He is not thrilled because he wanted to see a tables match. And he let her know as he left, you better hope nobody gets hurt. And Sonya, you can see the stress in her eyes because maybe she's in a little bit over her head. Liv and Raquel wait in the ring, and Gigi Dolan and Shotzi come out to the ring to meet him. Women's tag titles on the line, but they come up just short. It appeared that this new team of Chemical X, they were missing something that would let them pull through and get the victory. So even though they had a strong showing, they had a decent debut, Liv and Raquel able to get the 2.5-star win, keep the tag titles. Tag rivalry begins, but Shotzi and Gigi look like they've got to figure something else out. And then Pat McAfee comes out to the ring and says, let's go. I wanted to maybe do a call out. I wanted to maybe build up my ring XP, but I heard what Sonya Deville said. We need money. Why? Because she's being an idiot with it. That's why. So help us out. And we get 5250 at the expense of 5 popularity. Tommaso Ciampa tells Sonya, he already told Sonya, he said, I'm not here to cut promos. I want to have a match. And Sonya was like, I'm not sure if I have space on the card. And Tommaso said, you're going to find space on the card. And she said, okay, I can put you in the Abrick Slam match. And Tommaso Ciampa's like, you're joking, right? The magician. You want me to fight the magician? She's like, no, not just him, but flip the script as well. So you want me to fight a magician and a Broadway star that he's not even good. He's the guy his best acting role was he was a tree in a play of Macbeth. He's not a star. And Austin Theory comes in just laughing. He says, man, Ciampa, you're really kind of falling off. You're one half of the tag champs and you're fighting those jokes. And Sony said, oh, by the way, Mr. Theory, you're in that match as well. So they make their way out to the ring. And while Abrica Slam and Flip the Script just argue with each other, fighting back and forth, Austin Theory is so distracted by the monstrosity that's in the ring with him that Tommaso Ciampa able to get him gripped up for the fairy tale ending and get the 3 count. They start a feud. Abrica Slam, Flip the Script stay at level 2. Chad Gable grabs a microphone and he starts calling out Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins hasn't been here for a couple weeks. But before he could get too far, Sonya Deville's standing on the stage and she hits him with that And Chad says, okay, fine. Hi, you're United States champion. Chad Gable here. We need money. Give us money. Thank you. and we get 13,500 at the expense of 2 popularity. As the roster continues to expand opportunity, these ladies are looking to improve. Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, they've been stuck in a level 1 feud. Kalani Jordan, her and Dakota, they're still partners, but they came up short for the tag titles, and Dakota's the women's champion now. So Kalani Jordan wanting to prove that she can also be a single star. And Tatum Paxley, she's got to watch her back because she's pissed off Rhea Ripley, the former champion. And in this fatal 4-way, it is Roxanne Perez able to grow the feud with Cora Jade, hitting Pop Rocks for a 1.5-star victory. Tatum Paxley already beyond level 1 with Rhea Ripley, so we don't have to worry about the feud, but Kalani Jordan continues to try to find a way to prove her worth as more than just the fellow joke teller as one half of the Punishers. We'll see if she can find her singles success. And then Finn Balor comes out to the ring, and it's all creepy, dark, and stoic backstage. And he says, I think I finally figured out how to beat Roman, but I need more money so that it can happen. I believe that I have found the weakness in the OTC, the tribal chief. I believe I have the pathway, but we don't currently have the funds. And so we get 14,500 at the expense of 4 popularity. Triple threat action. Julius Creed, one half of the Creed brothers, has started a singles feud with Johnny Gargano, but Grayson Waller, pissed about how the cage match played out, demanded another shot with Johnny Gargano. So Sonya put all 3 of them in the ring and then gave Johnny Gargano just like a little bit like a biofreeze stick. That way he wouldn't get injured. And during the match, Johnny Gargano dropped to the mat. He was looking like he was in a bad place. Grayson Waller hit that dope elbow drop he does where he, it's like he's dribbling the basketball through the legs while he's in the air. I don't remember what he calls it, but I like it. I think it looks cool. He hit that, and Gargano was in trouble. Julius Creed went to take advantage. Him and Grayson Waller are fighting back and forth, but then Johnny Gargano remembered what had been given to him by his general manager, Sonya Deville, and he takes out the biofreeze stick, and he puts it on his shoulder. And at first, ooh, it's icy, but then, oh, it's hot. It's so perfect. It's so perfect that maybe if Biofreeze ever wanted to sponsor the channel as someone that's had past shoulder issues, I'd be a fan. And Johnny Gargano able to use the power of Biofreeze to get a 2-star victory. Him and Julius Creed, one half of the Creed brothers, of course, moves the feud to level 2. And then it's Brutus Creed, one half of the Creed brothers. And people are waiting to see what he has to say. And he actually just walks out to the ring with like the Salvation Army bucket. And he stands in the ring and he starts ringing the bell non-stop. And the fans aren't sure what to do. And then security clears a path for fans to maybe come to the ring and donate if they want. He does raise $82.50, but he loses 5 popularity because 5 people did that thing where you're walking out of the grocery store and you pretend not to see them because you don't want to make eye contact. Or if you do make eye contact, you're like, sorry, I don't carry cash. And then it's main event time, Tony D'Angelo versus The Undertaker. But tonight, Tony does not have Abracaslam in his corner. Abracaslam got caught up in the chaos of the Fatal 4-Way earlier on. So Tony is a man alone taking on his greatest fears. And as they go back and forth in this match, The Undertaker, the lights go dark, and he goes to hide, and I don't know why. Like, I can say lights go dark in my voice. That's not Undertaker talking. But the lights go dark, but when they come back up, The Undertaker isn't there. The lights go out again. They come back up. The Undertaker isn't there. And a third time they go dark. And the third time they're dark, you hear, Abracaslam! And they come back up, and The Undertaker is gone. Tony D'Angelo grabs the mic and says, hey, referee, eh? It looks like Abracaslam made The Undertaker disappear. So you go ahead and count to 10 and give Tony the win by count out. So he counts to 10. Tony D'Angelo wins it by count out. Where The Undertaker went, we have no idea as we close WCW. So the rundown to my side super quick since we just went through 2.5 stars. Liv and Raquel take down 2/3 of Chemical X, or well, all of Chemical X right now. We'll see if they can recruit Tatum or not. They start a tag feud. 2 stars for the Tommaso Ciampa victory. He and Austin Theory renew their old rivalry at level 1. Fatal 4 action. Roxanne Perez taking down Cora Jade, Kalani Jordan, and Tatum Paxley. 1.5 stars on the match. Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade have their feud go to level 2. Johnny Gargano with a 2-star victory over Julius Creed and Grayson Waller. The feud between Creed and Gargano goes to level 2. And then Tony D'Angelo by countout takes down The Undertaker, 2.5 stars on NXT 2.0. 2 stars as Elton Prince defeats Eric Rowan in the tables match rivalry level 2. 1.5 stars as Dragon Lee continues dragging all over Matador. 1.5 stars rivalry level 3. 1.5 stars for Jade Cargill winning the triple threat over Disco Bell and Blair Davenport. Davenport and Cargill start a feud in that match. Dr. Punching Stone continues his early advantage over Chuck McWagon in a half-star match. And in the main event, Braun Breaker gets the NXT World Championship around his waist. 4.5 stars on that match over the Friend, Triton, and Axiom. On the call side of things, the Adonis calls out Jey Uso, pushing their rivalry to level 3. Over on Raw, 2.5 stars. Montez Ford takes down Solo Sikoa in singles action. Rivalry up to level 3. Eddie Thorpe, 1.5 stars over Brooks Jensen. John Cena and Damian Priest team up per Cena's request, and they take down Logan Paul and Max Impact. 1.5 stars. Tag feud begins. Extreme Rules as Hail Mary takes down the departing La Cangrejita Loca and Jakara Jackson in that match. In the main event, Oba Femi continues his stranglehold on the Intercontinental Championship, taking down Stax Lorenzo in a 3-star tables match. On the call side of things, AJ Styles makes a massive debut on Raw, calling out Damian Priest to kick off, start a feud. Lash legend Jakara Jackson sitting level 3 after that call out. Kevin Owens pushes his feud with Drew McIntyre to level 2 with his call out. And then Javon Evans, his car was literally on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He's now in a level 4 feud. Don't know who did it though. On ECW, 3 stars in their opener. Lyra Valkyria over Isla Dawn. Shinsuke has to fight someone else because Luke Gallows is injured. He beats Baron Corbin, 2 stars. Andre Chase over Akam, 3 stars. Their rivalry up to level 3. Alba Fire, 2.5 stars over Ivy Nile in their match. And in the main event, the LWO this week, they fall to WAP, 3.5 stars there. On the call side of things, very similar to last week. Trick Williams can't call out Karrion Kross. They're already level 4. For our wrap-ups, ECW going to get a 100 rating score. They're going to grab 29,000 fans, $65,000. NXT 2.0. I expect this to be big, though, with those charity promos. 90 on the rating score, 37,000 fans.
-9,
do lose money because of the charity promos there, probably. But the fans coming through because of it. On the Raw side of things, 84 rating score, 17,000 fans, $30,000. John Cena and Damian Priest with that tag team chemistry. And then for WCW, we grab an 88 rating score. We get 20,000 fans and $109,000. Shotzi and Gigi Dolan come in night 1 and get the tag chemistry immediately, which will hopefully help that feud out. Get Schooled 3 heading to NXT 2.0. And like Cheek said, you're going to have to be dialed into the next episode to find out who's going to get that 30 ring XP. Vito Star heading over to Raw. And you're going to have to stay tuned for a lot of episodes to figure out who gets hit with Vito Star. So just take a look and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And then I skipped mine because I got excited signing people, mismanaged money, and then couldn't do what I was supposed to do, which was actually a super easy goal for a solid card. It happens. Armando holds the lead, but Cheek cuts in a little bit. 25,000 fans behind. I am 15,000 fans behind Cheek. And then Canada is 26,000 fans behind me as we head to Cleveland. And the tradition holds. All right. So Johnny Gargano in his hometown of Cleveland. He's excited. He can't wait to entertain tonight. I'm hoping I can do a promo and have this taken care of, because otherwise I would have to use another physio if I have to book him in a match. Grayson Waller thanks me for the rematch against Gargano. Didn't go the way it should have, but I appreciate the opportunity. Glad I joined WCW. It's going well at the moment. We'll take it. And we'll close out this episode. So again, eventually, maybe not at all. We'll have to see. Will there ever be an episode where I don't see my emails first on the last show of the episode? It might happen. It might not. But for me, on my wrap up there, feel okay where things are. Definitely mismanage the financial situation. I'm just having too much fun signing people. It's a downside when you're not like overly sweaty. You're just kind of vibing. And then I looked and I realized like, shit, normally if I have a challenge like that from Triple H for a match type, I'll throw the match type on. That way I know the cost before I do the other stuff. Just got caught up. I wanted to bring in Shotzi and Gigi to be the next challengers. So when I did the search and they popped up, I just went and ripped the contracts, not really thinking about the domino effect there. But I think we'll be okay. The classically trained, if I made the 2 signings, I was planning on using that either this episode or the next episode. We went ahead and popped that. It's going to buy me 5 weeks in the game to kind of get my money right before those contract asks start to come through again, at which point some people may not be able to stay on the brand, of course. Going to be a bit of a change for me this year. I can't let myself get as attached to everybody on my roster. I got to be willing to move on when the time comes to move on. So a little bit of adjustments there. We sit in 3rd place, but I feel like we're in striking distance. We've got a lot of feuds building up. So if I can get some stuff ready for the go home show, which will be in the next episode, get a match ready for the next cross-branded pay-per-view for Money in the Bank. And if I get lucky enough, in theory, like I can't go for 2 again. Hopefully I probably will. Can get some money back at Money in the Bank as well. So I think we can navigate there. Canada, I'll go to you. A massive signing there in AJ Styles. A little bit of, fan con the first week, maybe not the show you want the second week, but you're setting up a lot of feuds. You're looking really good for the go home and for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm feeling great for the go home. Not feeling great in last by over 20,000 fans. 27,000 fans to be exact. It's kind of hurting me. Low on money, obviously, because we just signed AJ Styles. Hopefully the level 20 ring experience brings us some good value and he puts in some great matches. Of course, if Cheek steals him, I'm just going to have to unload the clip, hit him with all my This Is War, hit him with all the Vito superstars. I don't want to persuade him from not stealing from me, but if he gets sweaty going for last place, I'm going to get sweaty too. And that's going to let Cody just glide into 2nd place. So something to think about as you go over to Cheek, but I'm ready to protect myself if I have to. That's why I chose Raw. So there we go.
I mean, I think that's totally fair, but you can't say I'm not trying to persuade and then give a speech that is persuading.
I know. I'm not trying to. I will say the persuading speech, but I'm not trying to persuade him.
Interesting. But that's the domino effects here that we all got to be. It's going to be nuts this year too, because with those PLE power cards, I think we're all going to end up in positions where we're going to be able to pop each other like crazy with those cards at different points. So who the hell knows what the domino effect is going to be? But Cheek, on your side, you went with the move of taking advantage of your shakeup card with the promo ability to the ladies. So even though you had a net loss in terms of money, you're still in an okay spot, and you brought a lot of fans in to leap yourself back into 2nd place and close the gap on Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Yeah, that is right. I need to take advantage of my shakeup, so I'm just trying to focus pretty women heavy on the promos. Obviously, I know I don't have to use the charity. This might be a good week to maybe pivot and do a lot of advertising and kind of recoup some of that money. We'll just kind of see how to navigate there. Or I can take advantage of some call outs while they have the upgraded mic skills. So I just want to take advantage of the shakeup with the few weeks we have of it. And then just wanted to make Braun Breaker happy and achieve a lot of my promises that I had made. And we have a new champion because of it. So I'm very excited. But yeah, you're going to have to come back next time and see who I use that juicy ring XP on. And then also come back and watch me steal AJ Styles, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
Come back to find out if I piss off Raw and an entire nation of Canada. So I have a lot of good things ahead. I'm just trying to manage my stamina the best I can. And in order to do that, it is going to behoove me to go ahead and steal somebody. So I'm going to be looking to do that sooner rather than later. Could be next episode. Could be a boat. I don't know. You're going to have to come back to find out more.
Absolutely. And we saw this episode as well. Although ECW still holds first, we still got work to do. We're seeing a bit of the repeats happening where over time, if ECW doesn't get moving to new feuds, could give us the opportunity to close. So these next few episodes could see a lot of maneuvering and a lot of shifting in these standings. You're going to have to dial in and find out. But until the next video, whatever it may be, take a look. If you're not subscribed and you're enjoying the content, make sure you fix that ASAP. But until then, love y'all, appreciate y'all. Toodles.